Hello everyone and welcome back to Matchbox Memories. Today we're going to try and get through these 4 5-packs, these old school 5-packs that I purchased on Whatnot a few weeks ago, which have arrived, and I am very excited to open these up and go through them with you, and then also, if we have time, crack open all of these and review and compare them to models I already have in my collection. So let's just have a look at the 5-packs from the outside, and then we'll open all of them up and have a closer look at the vehicles. So that's the first 5-pack, some interesting cars in there, several that I collect. There's the back of it. I'm just going to pause it for a second to see which year this is from. Had to take my glasses off to read that, but I think it says 2008. So quite old. You can see a bit of wear on the box. I like this style of box where it's opaque and you can see it from both sides of the window. And that way, if there's damage to the car or if there's an error, you're aware of it before you purchase it. So there's the first one. Let's have a look at this. So no pun intended, but the only reason I bought it was for this Bronco, which I think might be a 5-pack exclusive. That one's from 2007. Really nice, really hard to find these. I bought these on Whatnot and I paid quite a reasonable price for them. I think I paid about $6 US plus shipping for each of the 5-packs, and this one's called EMT 5-pack. I think this one's a little bit newer. There's the back of it. And this one's from 2011. It's sort of advertising some sort of toy that they're selling. Anyways, don't want to spend too much time on it. Also, this 5-pack, basically I got it for the ambulance, which I think might be another exclusive. And then the final 5-pack is called Fire. Interesting box there, and every car in this set is quite incredible. And I collected, I would say I collect 4 of the 5, and I'm going to start collecting this one as well. It's starting to like it. The back of it, this one's a bit new as well. This is from 2010. Alright, so give me a second, guys. I'm going to open those up and then we will have a look at those fantastic 5-packs. So I opened that up. There's the empty box. It's quite nice when you can see through it and can see both sides of the card, or the cars. Anyways, let's have a look at these vehicles. So first we have, this is a fantasy vehicle. It's called the Ridge Raider, and I have a few different versions of this vehicle which I didn't pull. It's a fantasy vehicle, but definitely one that's well constructed. Some sort of a first aid. I wish I could read what DART actually stood for, but I can't. Not a bad vehicle. So I just had a closer look at the vehicle, and what DART stands for is Desert Adventure Rescue. I think it's team. Yeah, just an interesting all-terrain vehicle. Right, next we have a Jeep. Jeep 4x4. I think we saw this in one of the new 5-packs. This is going to be the original version of it. Just going to have a look at my collection and see if I can pull it. Just give me one sec here, guys. Yeah, so I couldn't find the vehicle I wanted, but I found a bunch of others, so we can just at least do a quick comparison to some of them. So here is that Jeep in a yellow and black zebra theme. It's got the antenna, which they don't do anymore in these older vehicles. They would typically get lost as kids would play with them. So it's quite rare to find these with the antenna, and I'm gonna try and keep this one carefully so that I don't lose that. So this one is made in Thailand, and then just a few comparisons that we can quickly look at. Wilderness Tours. This one's made in China, also with the antenna. We just opened that fairly recently. I just opened this one in the last video we did. And this is also a China model, so these are a little bit older, and I think this one might be a newer model. I'm not sure where I picked it up. But you can see the made in Thailand base Jeep 4x4. Certainly a lot lighter than the Chinese models. And even this one, for whatever reason, I think it's just the plastic is heavier than the white one, which is quite recent, I think. All right, moving along. Another 4x4. This time we have a VW Bug, the Volkswagen Beetle 4x4. This one looks really good. And I collect this model, so I've got a few of them that are open that we will also quickly have a look at. So there it is. White interior, black base or dark gray base. Side tempos, no front detailing. And let's just have a look at some of these as well. Now, I do have more versions of these vehicles, but these are the ones I have opened and displayed, so I pulled them out. So this is from that Sweets line, the Dots, Tropical Dots livery. Side tempos, the really, really nice green wheels, the mismatched wheels on this one. It came as a single and possibly as a 5-pack, but I'm not sure. Off-road MBX. Once again, interesting wheels with the orange inner rims, or outer rim, I should say. And then a different orange outer rim on this particular one. Oh, this one's got a tempo on the roof as well. Orange base. And this one we saw quite recently in some of the 5-packs and 10-packs. Then I also have a Golf version that I don't have open in some 10-packs, and then here it is in purple. So quite a nice casting. I don't have one with either the front or the back that's detailed. I'd be curious to see what it looks like with some detailing, and this is one I'm going to continue to collect. Another vehicle that I do have a few versions of that I didn't pull. This one just says MBX 4x4. It's not a themed vehicle. It's not a licensed vehicle. Looks like it's a fantasy vehicle. Got a few of them. It's got number 33 on it. Venture Team, side tempos, no detailing in the front. Does look a bit like a Jeep, doesn't it? Modified Jeep looking vehicle, but in reality just a fantasy vehicle. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I am going to spend a second on this. Also says number 33, racing support. It's the MBX motorhome. I've got a few different versions of this. One of the reasons I bought this 5-pack is because I really wanted to include this particular vehicle in my collection. And as you know, this is a moving part. It does open. Nothing too interesting in there that you can see, but this one has a black interior, as you saw. Back's not detailed, neither is the front, but it does have some interesting side tempos. And you can see into the vehicle through the moonroof or the sunroof. And it's also got moving part. And we've got a few of them. We just saw them in the last video, so I'm just going to show them real quick, but I'm not going to spend too much time on the others. So there they are, guys, very, very quickly. We saw this a couple of videos ago, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. I have 9 different versions now. I'm still missing, I think, 6 or 7 versions, so a bit of collecting still to do. Some of them are 5 and 10 pack exclusive, so not so easy to find. But I am very, very happy to have started collecting this vehicle. Even though it's a fantasy vehicle, I think it's just a fantastic model and definitely deserves the respect of adding it to my collection. So there it is, guys, open, and let's have a quick look at the vehicles I do not collect. So this one is, I get the feeling this is no, Road Rider. So this one is a fantasy vehicle, another very, very well designed vehicle. Looks like a ton of fun to drive. I love this green. Some nice livery there, the 699 with the mud all over it. Very, very well designed vehicle. Might collect this in the future, just not right now. Alright, just going to go through the fantasy vehicles real quick. We saw this in the previous 5-pack in white as well, the Ridge Raider. I've got 2 or 3 more in my collection, maybe half a dozen in my collection that I am not overly interested in. But there it is, guys, just a really quick view of it. Red interior, black base, decent set of tires. And then there's this truck, and let's see what this is called. This is the, I think it says Desert Honda V16. Pit Crew. It's too bad they don't have a racing car set to match this. At least I don't think there is one. Look at that. Look at the detailing on this. Quite nice, isn't it? Feels like it should be a moving part, but it isn't. Look at that. Look at the tires at the back. So very, very well designed vehicle. I have 2 or 3 more of these in my collection that I also didn't pull, but there it is, very quickly. And then the 2 cars I do want to really look at. First is the Hummer H3. And I think this particular vehicle is the best Hummer that Matchbox has in its collection. This one's got the side tempos. Front and back are not detailed. It has got a sort of, I can't tell if that's white or gray. I think it's a white interior. It's left-hand drive. Spare tire at the back. It's quite nice. And I have a few of them that we can look at as well. Give me a sec. So those are the 4 versions that I have out. I might have others in 5 and 10 packs that I haven't gone through, but here they are. Sort of a obsidian-ish black. Quite glossy finish to that. That one might be my favorite. And then in a matte black, this one's been played with. Tires are a bit wonky. But this one's really nice as well. Hummer H3 on the side, detailed front, no details on the back. And then we saw this quite recently. I just opened it a couple of videos ago. Big water, detailed front, side livery, this sort of army green. All right, and then let's look at the Bronco. And finally, the Bronco in this pastel orange, I'm going to say. So I bought that 5-pack for this particular vehicle. I think it's a 5-pack exclusive. I need it to complete my collection of Ford Broncos. There's still quite a ways for me to go. This one has a chrome base. No detailing of the front or the back. And then I also picked up another carded version that I didn't have in green that we're going to open as well. So let's just have a quick look at it from the outside. And this one is from 2010, so similar era. They still make this car, so it's one that's been in Matchbox lineup for a while now. There's probably 20 different versions of it. All right, so give me a second. I'm just going to open that up, and then we'll just have a quick look at all the Broncos. So there it is open, and this one's sort of a pastel green, white base and front. I have to say it does look much better with the chrome front when it's not detailed. You know, simple design, but I really do like this vehicle. It's too bad they haven't really produced a vehicle that this thing can actually tow. It's quite a low tow, and it doesn't really fit on most of the trailers, because when the trailer has a low tow hook, it tends to have smaller wheels, so it's always a bit lopsided. Matchbox has to do some 4x4 trailers for these Broncos to drag along. This one's really nice. So I've got a few of them in my collection. I still have 3 or 4 that I haven't opened because they're part of theme sets that I have still to go through with you guys. So I'm not going to spend too much time on them. Just a quick description. This one is from the, I think, 55th anniversary. This is the chase piece in this emerald green. It's beautiful with the chrome finish to it. And then we've seen all of these. This one's from the, I think it's a Top Gun 5-pack, and then this one is a Target exclusive. And the others are just singles or from the main line or different 5 and 10 packs. So there they are, guys. I've got a few of them. I'm going to keep adding to them. I'm really happy to add those 2 vehicles to my collection of Broncos, and I hope you guys are collecting these as well. Of course, I've got to show you guys a couple more. So we've actually, this one does come with a vehicle it can tow, so I shouldn't say there are nothing. There is one vehicle that does tow, that attaches to this, that is part of the same theme, and I forgot to show you that one as well, which we opened in the last video I made. So even more Broncos than I initially remembered. It's going to be quite the collection that I have. Next, I'm going to open that pack up. It's been a while since I saw this, so give me a sec while I open that up. So there it is, guys. It's open, and let's just have a quick look at these vehicles. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. This one says First Rescue. It is called the Highway Rescue Fire Truck. It's not licensed. It's the second version of this vehicle that I own. I did pull out the other version as well. In white. Look at that. I like the inclusion for the lights in that, and then lots of details. So those are the 2 versions there. I think I already have this. I'm not sure where I got it, but it is already in my collection. This is the PS Dash fire engine in green and black and yellow. We've looked at these a few times. I'm just going to take a second to pull out some of the others that I have so that you guys can see them. And just like that, I say I have it, and there's the version we just opened. And this is what I thought I already had it in my collection, but as you can see, these have different wheels. And let's just do a side by side so you can see the 2 different sets of wheels. Oh, they're actually different liveries as well. Just the same color theme, totally different livery. So there you go, guys. Surprise for me. Thought they were the same. They're 2 different fire trucks. So very happy to add that to my collection. And then of course there's the others. These are all different. got a few of them, and I've got more that I want to open. So I'm going to do a fire truck video at some point, and one for also my police cars. And there's so many different police cars, I might have to do a couple of videos, as I've never done one before. So that's it for the let's have a look at this one last time. The PS dash, fire engine, totally different livery, same color theme. Look at that. So let's have a look at this other fire engine as well from that fire pack, the Hazard Squad number 88. This one's called Hazard Squad. It is not a licensed vehicle, but it's quite a nice engine, fire engine. At least I think it's a fire engine. I'm not actually sure if it is one. And I've got a few of them. This has come hazmat, and then I have, I'm not sure if this is a mainline or if this came out of a 5-pack as well, but I have a second version of now. D37 is the manufacturing date on that one, and it's D30. So those were made 7 weeks apart. This one's more recent, from the last 2 or 3 years. In white, it was a mainline, and then we just opened that in the last video or 2 videos ago. And then I do have a few more of these that I haven't opened yet that are part of my collection, but I just haven't got to open them up. Don't want to spend too much time on it. It's not one of my favorites, but still not a bad looking truck. I'm not going to spend too much on this Ford Transit van because we looked at one a couple of videos ago, and I think I already have this in my collection. But just a quick look at it. Ford Transit, paramedic unit, battalion chief. No details on the side or the roof. It does have a siren. No details at the front. I really like this casting. It's been around forever, and I'm going to keep collecting it. I didn't pull my other versions of it, but I will at some point and show you guys. And here's a vehicle I do want to look at. I think this is a 5-pack exclusive. This is a Ford E350 ambulance from 2009, and we've been seeing a lot of these as I've been purchasing these every chance I can. I think they're fabulous vehicles, and they make a fantastic addition to my growing ambulance collection. No opening doors in this one, no moving parts, but still a very nice vehicle. This one says Rescue Response EMT, unit number 1. Seems to be part of the fire department. And let's just have a look at some of the other versions of this that I have in my collection. So that's my growing collection of fire trucks, and we'll have a look at the Ford E350s, but there is the golden nugget of my collection, the Ram ambulance, Peel Regional Services, paramedic services, and this is the moving parts one that's really difficult to find. I looked at eBay and I couldn't even see a version of it for sale. That's how rare it is, and that's from 2 or 3 years ago. If you don't have that, guys, try and find one. I'm not sure where you'd look for it, but if you do happen to see it, get it, because they are rare. I thought I'd open this 5-pack as well before we looked at all the ambulances, just because there is one in this 5-pack as well. This one's called Fire number 9. And I love this 5-pack. These are all vehicles that I do collect. I just started collecting that one. That's the second version of it that I have in my collection. Just have a look at the package real quick. From 2010. And I'm just going to crack this open. Give me 1 sec. So there's the 5-pack, guys. It's opened, and I'm just gonna focus for a second on that white ambulance. So let's just have a look at that real quick. Providence Fire Department Mobile Intensive Care Unit. I think this is a 5-pack exclusive, so quite a difficult one to find in white. this fantastic livery. They all seem to have the same set of tires, which works for it, so I hope they don't change it unless they find something that works better. I'm just going to have a quick look at all the ambulances. I know we looked at them quite recently, but let's just have a quick look at them. Getting so many versions of these different vehicles that I'm running out of space, but just a quick look. We've seen them. So those are the two we opened today in the two different 5-packs. And then we've seen a lot of these before, just to give them some space so you can see them. So they're all different, guys. We looked at them in the last video, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. That's the Boone County from the anniversary pack. I can't remember which anniversary. It might have been 60th or 65th. Or maybe it was a Lesney collection. I can't remember which one, but that was from a special themed pack. And these are just all main lines that I have. So there they are, guys. I love my ambulances, and there are more ambulances, and again, there's my favorite, and I'm waiting for the green RLC version from Matchbox. I've ordered it. I know it's being shipped. Should have it in the next week or so. All right, next we're going to look at this tanker. It's the MBX utility truck. In this case, it's a fire tanker in red. It's a fantasy vehicle, but I absolutely love this casting. I wish they finished the front on them. I've been trying to complete this set. There's still probably 5 or 6 that I need to find, and they get increasingly difficult to find. And those are the versions that I already have. And I picked up this version, which I already have in my collection, but as you can see, the version I have is play worn, so I'm going to replace it. You can see the dings there. Replace it with this one here. This is from 2010, so quite an old vehicle. Not going to spend too much time on it, guys. Those are the two vehicles. Give me a second while I open this second vehicle up, and we'll have a look at it. And there is the second version. Again, not going to spend too much time on it. That's the one it's going to replace. This one's going to go in my, look at that, all dinged up. I think I found it at a charity store or something. Happy to replace it with a clean version. So there they are again, guys. So I have 16 different versions of this tanker, and there's probably another half a dozen or so that I need to collect. And there they are. Another cheap one for you guys to collect if you like collecting different themed vehicles. This one isn't that pricey. They do get difficult to find, but when you do find them, they're not overly expensive. All right, getting back to our fire trucks, let's have a look at this. This is an absolute beauty. The MBX County Fire Department in this dark mustard yellow, I'm going to call it. It's just called fire engine. I'm not sure this is licensed. It is a moving part. And I've got several of these to open. I've got several in different 5-packs that I didn't pull. We will look at all of them at some point when I do a proper fire engine video. But there it is. And then the 2 versions that I do have of it that are available for me to show you guys real quick are those 2, and they're both missing their ladders. So obviously I found these in some sort of charity store. I probably paid like 50 cents to $1 for them. This is a model that they're still doing, so when they do another version, I will buy a few extras and throw on ladders, even if they're mismatched in terms of color. So there's another version of it. I've got several versions of it, but that's all I have to show you guys for today. And then we have this vehicle, which I am just starting to collect. This is called the the brush fire truck from 2007, the International Workstar brush fire truck. So licensed vehicle, very, very well designed, lots of details. That's really nice. I only have one other version that's out that I can show you guys, so give me a second while I pull that and we'll have a look at it. And I'm not sure where I got that from. Not sure if it was a mainline, if it came out of a 5-pack, or if I found it at a charity store, but there it is. Reinert County, so licensed City International Workstar brush fire truck in red with this Reinert County theme. This is really nice. Might have to start collecting more of them. And then last but not least, this absolutely fantastic Crown Victoria taxi. In this case, it's not a taxi, it's an MPX fire district vehicle. But we've seen it as a taxi, we've seen it as a police car, and no matter what they do to this car just looks absolutely fabulous, even without the detailed back. This one's a difficult one to find, so I'm really happy to add this to my collection. And let's just really quickly have a look at the Crown Victorias. So there it is, and then guys, these are my Crown, well, starting there, are my police Crown Victorias, and I got a bunch more police Crown Victorias that I have to still open. And then there's the moving part taxi Crown Victorias, the two right there, and then a bunch of taxis. And this one here is another fire version. Let's just have a comparison. Pretty sure it's a fire version. Yeah, Fire Chief. So you got two different versions of fire related Crown Victorias, and then there's all the taxis. So many different versions of taxis. And then I just picked this up, which we're going to open and have a look at. And I also found a version of this in gold that's going to arrive in the next few weeks that I just purchased. So let's open this one up as well and just have a look at it. There it is in the green. I just opened that. United Cab Services, on call 24/7. Not sure which city this is from. Not sure if this is a licensed cab company. But still, fantastic casting. Some different versions of it. This one, full disclosure, I bought it on Whatnot. Didn't realize that somebody had drilled it, so I'm not sure if these are the original wheels or if this glass was a different color. But anyways, one I don't have in my collection, so I'm going to keep it till I find another version. 11-star taxi service, and then of course in blue, and we've seen that one before. So definitely adding to my taxi cab collection. There's a couple of different versions of it. There's the moving parts version, and then there's also the version with, you know, a different taxi sign at the top there. So different versions, beautiful collection of cars to collect. If you don't collect this, I would recommend you do. So that was it in terms of 5-packs, guys, and I'm going to make a quick attempt to go through all these loose vehicles as well real quick, and maybe look at a few of them or compare them to some of the older versions of these vehicles that I have. So give me a second. So let's just open these up randomly, or look at these randomly. So let's look at this Austin minivan in brown. I think this is from the 65th anniversary. It's a 2017 Mattel license on it. For some reason I always thought I had this in my collection, but I looked at my vehicles that were displayed and it wasn't there. And then I also got it in this mustard yellow, which looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that. First time I've actually seen it. Got it for a couple of US from a streamer on Whatnot. And this one's from 2007, so quite old. I'm going to open that. And of course, the one I thought I didn't have, I do actually have in my collection. So I've already gotten a version of this that's open, but let's just look at it through the card and I compare them. They're identical. And this one is also from 2007, so quite old. So give me a second while I open those up and we will have a look at them. So there are the two vehicles I just opened up. It's beautiful brown with this light brown gold lining. Looks really, really good. Even with the front not being detailed, it still looks very good. Beautiful color. Really, really works on this vehicle. And this sort of unusual white. It's not really white, it's like a light brown, like a beige. Don't see too many cars in that color, the base being that color, but that is just a fantastic vehicle. Really well designed. I love it. It's one of my favorite minis, and I'm going to keep adding it to my collection. And then of course in this mustard yellow, look at that detailed front. This is just absolutely fantastic. Almost perfect paint job. Slight imperfection there, but it's not too bad. But once again, what a fantastic little vehicle there. And then just to show you guys, those are the other vehicles I have in my collection. And we did look at these a couple of videos ago, so I'm not going to spend too much time in them. You've seen them all. And then you can see the earliest or the newest version has the tow hook. So there was a casting change. That's a newer version as well. And the way you can tell is because it does have the tow hook. And the older cars, older versions of this particular vehicle do not. So very happy to add more to this collection. I didn't actually call out the car, did I? What's this one called? The Austin Minivan 1955. Absolutely beautiful. And in the interest of time, guys, we're going to look at a bunch of cars in their card, and then I'm going to open a bunch of them together. So this is a Jaguar XK. I've got a bunch of these. I didn't pull them out, but here it is in a baby metal flake blue, I think. Metal flake light blue, I think is how you describe this color. Look at that detail in the front and the back. And this is from 2007. International CXT, which I just started collecting. I got 4 or 5 of these in my collection. I might just go pull them just to show you guys what I do have. Also from 2007. It's Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA in white. I think I have this in gray that came in either a 5-pack or a 10-pack. I didn't pull it, but I do have that in my collection, and typically these are in white or red. It's quite nice, isn't it? Look at that. Chevy Blazer with a fantastic livery to it, and we've seen quite a few of these that I've opened over the last few weeks. Once again, I didn't pull them, guys, but I will open this and we will have a look at it. And this is from 2005 as well, or from 2005. BMW X5 Cool Rides. This one's a little bit older. It's from 2001. Not sure if it's a Thailand base or a China base, but anyways, let's have a look at it. My guess is it would be a China base, but let's open that up. I have this Porsche 911 Carrera Cabrio in yellow that I'm gonna open. I think it's a fantastic car. It's from 2012. Gonna add it to my Porsche collection. Here's a tractor that I collect. I've got several versions of it. I didn't pull them, guys, but I'm gonna open this up and have a look at that. And then we got the highway maintenance truck. Never seen this particular version before. And we looked at these in my previous video as well, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I will open this. 2013. So let's open those, and then we have a few more to go through. So let's just really quickly have a look at this. This Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA from 1965. Just an absolutely classic vehicle. And it looks absolutely fantastic. Look at the detailing. Front, back, completely detailed. Chrome interior. Off-white base. Gorgeous. Gonna be very happy to add that to my collection. Here's that tractor. Got several different versions of this tractor now. Didn't pull them, but we will have a look at all the farm and construction vehicles I have at some point. The the infamous plow. It's hard to see this in the yellow. Not today, guys, but there it is. There's the vehicle. Matchbox continues to make this vehicle. They made some adjustments to it, so there's been a recast of this particular vehicle a couple of times now. There that is. There's the Porsche 911, Porsche Carrera Cabrio 911. Once again, fantastic color, detailed front and back, and that just makes a world of a difference. Chevy Blazer, this might be my second most favorite Blazer that I have. Look at that. That looks magnificent. Unfortunately, they didn't finish the front of that, but that is an absolutely stunning vehicle. Look at the tires on that thing. That just looks completely badass. It's made in China. Look at that. What a paint job. Amazing. BMW X5. I don't have too many X5s in my collection. Fortunately, this one's not detailed. I think it would be quite nice if it had a better set of wheels and it had the details it should have. Just as boring as you can get. No side livery, no detailing at all. Definitely missed the mark on this particular vehicle. Could have been quite nice if they finished it. Here's a vehicle that looks absolutely stunning. Look at this. That is fantastic. And I got a few different versions of this guy, so just in the interest of time, I didn't pull them, but XK 2006 Jaguar. Beautiful. Sort of a light gray interior, black base, decent tires. Now, this is that International CXT. Now I just started collecting them. I had a few of them in my collection. I'm going to add to it. This is a play-worn version that I found somewhere. Not sure where I got that, but there it is. It might have been also out of a 5-pack. Another one that's in my collection. Not sure where it originated. And of course there's the red version that we pulled out of a 5-pack a couple of videos ago. Maybe it was the last video. So there they are, International E-Stars. Okay, I'm gonna be real quick here, guys. We're gonna open this motorcycle. We've seen lots of different versions of it. This is the BMW R1200 RPT Police motorcycle. And this one is from 2011. Followed by this Land Rover Discovery from a similar era, 2007. A food truck. Can never say no to another ice cream truck. From 2012. I've never seen that one before, actually. There it is. And then this one is a Ford F-150 construction truck in green. Lochner Lumber from 2016. Also one you don't see that often, but quite a nice vehicle. Fortunately, the front's not done. We've got a Citroen DS in yellow with a white top. Nice two-tone from 2010. We've got a Volvo XC90. Detail back, no detailings at the front. Moonroofs. And then last but not least, or last two, Audi R8 in silver with the detailed front and back. And I'm gonna open these real quick. And then one of my favorite castings, the 1997 Land Rover Defender 110. And I pulled my R8s and my Defender 110 so that we can quickly look at them as we open this. This is from 2007 as well. So I'm going to open those up, guys, and we will have a quick look at them. So very quickly, guys, there's the first set of vehicles, a Land Rover. Seen quite a few different versions of this motorcycle. This one might be one of my favorites. Probably got 10 different versions of this bike now. It's the BMW. Absolutely fantastic. Scale is completely off, but what a fabulous little vehicle. There is the Volvo SUV, Volvo CX-90. Detail back. Unfortunately, the front is not finished. The Ford F-150 in this emerald green with the goldish tires. Contractor truck, and the ice cream van, the infamous ice cream van. I'm very, very happy to add this to my collection. Always looking to add more of these. And then let's look at the final 3 cars. Last 2 vehicles, guys, the Audi R8 in silver. This one is absolutely fantastic. Look how sleek that looks, so well designed. Just an absolute beauty. And then the Defender, Land Rover Defender 110 in this chocolate brown with these brown muddy wheels, and you can see all the mud around it. And just very, very quickly, guys, there are all my Matchbox R8s. That's the premium version. Not going to get into any details about it, but there they are. There's still quite a few that I need to collect, as you can see. And I've been building my Defender 110 collection, and I'm just going to go through it real quick for you guys. That's a custom that somebody did for me. It's supposed to be muddy. There they are. And that's probably my favorite version. I think that's fabulous. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for staying with me. It's been 46 minutes, almost 47 minutes. This video is quite long. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to do so. And as always, if you like the video, please hit like on YouTube. Thank you.